Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom, and today we are going to be taking to the front lines with the JASMY price. That yes, I've been away for some time. It really feels great to be back, and we are going to jump straight into the price set because there are a lot of things that are happening in the market right now, and a lot of people are scared. Really, is this the end of the bull market? Is this really what we have been told about JASMY? Have we been lied to? All those kind of things we are going to be covering in today's video, right? But spoiler alert, I really think that JASMY is bullish. I'm actually an ultimate JASMY bull here, and I think I've got some reasons which I'm going to obviously be sharing with you, and obviously showing you my perspective of the market in general, right? So sometimes, yes, it's hard to be bullish when things are not going so well in the market. I mean, just think about it. Like of late, the JASMY price from the peak that we made here, it has already crashed down something like about 30%. This is something 32% maybe. This is something that a lot of people cannot stomach because in other markets you don't find any volatility like this one, right? So this is the most volatile market in the world, but I think that's why we are all here, because the returns also are fantastic. There is no need for us to be playing in the riskiest market on planet Earth and only to get some 50%, 20% returns, right? We are here for the long run, and I'm going to be showing you exactly the price tags that we are looking here for JASMY, and we are looking at like multiples, right? That's how we do in crypto. But obviously the downside to that is also the volatility to the downside is also really crazy. But I think as time goes on, you are going to learn in this market that, you know what, most of the times what happens in the immediate short term really doesn't matter compared to what eventually is going to happen. So I'm going to keep you focused and show you exactly what we are looking for here on the JASMY price. Great stuff, obviously. But before we get there, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread this video by delicately tapping the like button. It just helps the YouTube algorithm. People looking for JASMY content will now be able to see this video much more easily. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, I want to encourage you to do so, really, because I cover JASMY and a number of altcoins on a regular basis. And without me further running my mouth too much, you know what, let's finally get into the video. And what we are looking at here is JASMY price chart on a daily time frame. Yes, a lot of people are going to be saying, you know what, there is a double top here, and it slides out for JASMY, right? Take a look at this. I didn't catch that nice and easy. So there's this one and this one, and it's going to be a double top, and we are coming all the way down. Yeah, maybe there is a possibility of something like that, but a counter argument to that will obviously be, well, I mean, if you also take a look at it this way, we are still making higher lows as we are going up there. I mean, this one is going to the downside, yes, but we can actually come up with a credible pattern, which in most cases this is a continuation pattern, and you will be looking at least here for 100% of the price to continue to the upside, which actually coincides with my price target of something like 4.2 cents here for JASMY. But the truth of the matter is, on a daily time frame, we really just don't have the indicators just indicating which direction this thing is going to pop off, right? But as I was saying before, right, what happens in the immediate short term right now really isn't going to affect what is going to happen long term, and I think that's where we are going to focus more in today's video. So immediate short term, yes, we have a continuation pattern here. If the price continues to fall down here, maybe the technical price target would be something like 1.1 cents. That's really far below where we are right now. It's more than something like a 40% crash at the downside. It's not something that is easy to stomach, as I was saying, but actually that is actually very strong technical support right there, because you can see that is the breakout of the work of accumulation pattern. Should it happen, yes, it's going to be painful, but I think also we really have to welcome it. So don't count on that scenario. Now, I don't know which one is better for the long term, but probably if you are looking to accumulate more JASMY, you probably would be rooting for the price to continue falling down a little bit so that you can make like cheaper buys right here, because the long term perspective here for JASMY is really looking fantastic. I'll show you that in a minute. But if we just take a look at the market in general, for example, this is the total 3, right? This is the market cap of altcoins, but it excludes Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So what you end up seeing is that we have got a fine trajectory. We are looking at, you know, something that is going to be monumental for the crypto market if this continues happening. You can see in the previous cycle we had this kind of work of accumulation pattern here, broke out of that. We actually accumulated a little bit more, and then it was like continue blast to the upside. We actually pretty much have the same thing right now as well in this cycle, where we see this wake of accumulation pattern, and then we have broken out of it. We accumulated a little bit, back testing that one, and we are looking to continue to the upside. So this is for the total 3, and JASMY happens to be also in the total 3. Now what happens if you just say, well, let's take this fractal here, and then we are going to copy it to the current movement that we have in the market right at this point, and you end up seeing that we have a great match right here. They are looking like we are walking in step right with that, so we are also looking good right there. Maybe it's going to take a few more weeks for the price just to be accumulating, but turning tides as well, meaning going to the upside. But eventually it looks like we have a very good trajectory. Take a look at this. This is definitely going to be fantastic. So yes, it's easy to lose hope when the price is going to the downside, but I think that it's also very important to focus on the future right here. Take a look at this. This is the JASMY price. This is the all-time price action of JASMY, and I've always shown this chart saying that, look, this thing looks depressing. Yes, it's true, but then again, you need to take a look at a different angle, and when you zoom in or maybe zoom out, I don't really know what I'm doing right now, but when you just zoom this whole thing, you actually see that there is a specific structure which we have seen time and again before in this market, and this is the specific structure that has brought 100x, 50x, 200x. Most of those big multipliers have actually come from a structure like this one. So it's really amazing to finally see a structure like this one on JASMY, because it's actually indicating more likely than not there is at least a 50x in JASMY right now, right? So take a look at previous examples. This is Ethereum, and that's back then in something like 2019, 2018, 2017 bull market, and you see basically the same structure that we are seeing with JASMY. It's also the same thing that we see with the Cardano price. That take a look at these sharp correction waves, and then you have a relief right here, right? That's the rally prior to this whole capitulation. You flatten out completely, coming back to JASMY. You see exactly the same thing. Look at this crashing 5 waves, to the downside here. You have your relief bounce, and then you have got this whole capitulation. You flatten out, and then now you're trying to recover, right? And yeah, in the moment it really doesn't feel that good, but if I show you that this is how the chart probably is going to end up looking like, you're not going to believe it, because right at this moment it feels like there really is nothing to look forward to here on JASMY, right? But I'm saying that, look, there is something, and I think we are maybe somewhere right here with JASMY. And if I just want to zoom back here and show you what that was like for Cardano, right? You can see that that was almost something like what here, if you crash something like a 50%, it's not easy to stomach here for JASMY. Just back testing that break of the wake of accumulation pattern, we're talking about something like a 60% crash right there. But this is what the market is all about. So I think it's really, really important to be paying attention even right now, because if we happen to backtest that a break of the wake of accumulation, I think that is probably the last chance that people are gonna find to buy JASMY at a cheap price. But now I'm not looking for the price to go to the downside or what, because that I know that a lot of people are gonna be shaken out, right? So that was it with the Cardano price, that looking exactly what the JASMY price that is doing. We also have the example of NEO. I won't go through what exactly is happening, because you can also see that it's basically the same structure here. We also have got things like JASMY coin, where you see, it's really, really pretty much the same thing, and the market is kind of repeating what it has actually done before. So now if we just go back to JASMY one more time and try to see where we are going to be headed right next for this bull market, what we are basically doing is we are applying Fibonacci retracement tools. So from the very top of the structure to the very bottom of the structure. Now one may actually be asking, why are we applying Fibonacci retracement tools to these structures, right? The reason is they are standard for every single chart, right? So the retracement levels are not going to be changing. They just change according to the chart that you're applying that to, but that's pretty much a standard tool that we can use for everything. So if we come to Ethereum, which really is the best case scenario that we have right here, we end up seeing that Ethereum managed something like a 3.618 Fibonacci extension level. For JASMY, that actually translates to JASMY going as high as something like $1.20 here. So that definitely is a fantastic price target. I really don't know in terms of multiples what that would be from where the price is sitting right now, but I'm very sure that somebody would be reached, right? Now, obviously, all I can do with a chart is predict the trajectory of the chart, right? It's so difficult to predict the time in which something like this can happen. So if you're asking when this is going to be happening, really have no idea, to be honest with you. And then we'll be taking a look at the second best case scenario, which was Cardano. Now what happened with Cardano is if we just go ahead basically and apply the same concept of the Fibonacci retracement level there, this is the price. As I always say, the market cap ended up reaching the 2.618 Fibonacci extension level. For JASMY, that would actually be something like 86 cents thereabout. I think that is a very good and reasonable price to get as well. And then we're also taking a look at some of the worst case scenarios that we had, which was NEO, for example, from the very top of its structure to the bottom of its structure, just manages something like the 702 Fibonacci retracement level. And coming back to JASMY, we'll be looking at something like 26 cents thereabout. And then even in the worst case scenario, which SIA coin did something like a 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, we'll be looking at JASMY going back to something like around 17 cents thereabout. But even then, in that case scenario as well, I mean, just taking a look at from where the price is sitting back to that level, we are looking at least something like a 943%, almost a 10x. That is definitely an opportunity in my humble opinion, but I think it's also going to be very important to take profits whenever you can, because yes, even if we are looking at JASMY going as high something like $1.20, it probably will happen over a period of 7 years. I mean, your money just be stuck throughout the whole time. Yeah, maybe if you have the means, yes, you can do that, but I think it's also a great feeling to be paying yourself sometimes when you can, right? So obviously none of what I say is financial advice. You shouldn't buy or sell anything because of anything I say, all right? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share this video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the very next one. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye.